Picture Cynthia. She's a grade 10 student at a private school in Toronto, an all-girls school. She's been told since grade 9, she's now in grade 10. In grade 9, they said, you've got to know what you're going to be studying in university now so you can start streaming yourself more towards arts or more towards sciences. She's been online, she's a good girl, she's followed the instructions. She's identified McGill pre-med, she needs a 90. If she gets a 92, she gets $1,000 in scholarship money. Marks equal money on the conveyor belt of life. She's dialed in. She needs extracurriculars. She's joined the rowing team. She hates rowing. She's joined the rowing team. It's Sunday. She's been to the soup kitchen for a community service. She's been to rowing practice. She's back home. She's studying for math, her worst subject. Next morning, she's got a math test. She's got to get 90 or above. If she doesn't, the math mark drops below 80, and her overall mark will drop below 90, and this can't happen. This is the way the anxious mind works. She starts to freak out. Mom hears. Mom comes upstairs and tries to help with calculus. Bad idea. Go set her. But then she tries to help with the anxiety. Cynthia, she says, it's okay, don't worry about it so much. The marks don't matter that much. Big mistake. You don't understand. Cynthia slams the door in Mom's face. Mom can't help. After a fretful night, Cynthia wakes up in the morning, she takes one look at her math textbook, and she has a full-out panic attack. And the family ends up at the hospital, as opposed to the school. But even when our young people aren't getting diagnosed with anxiety disorders, we don't like how we're orienting them towards school and achievement, because we're turning them into pleasers and appeasers, gold star earners. They achieve wonderful results in a marks-based sense, it's true, and in that first year auditorium, they're likely right here with their notebooks out, which is great. And in front of them is a professor, ready to teach them, a cutting-edge researcher, a leader in her field. She's an anthropologist. She's just back from South America where she's spending half a year on sabbatical, living with an Aboriginal tribe in the Amazon rainforest. She's got slides in a shrunken head right there on stage. She's weaving in social theory and science. At one point she uses John Stuart Mill, Sigmund Freud, and Justin Timberlake all in the same sentence. She rocks the lecture. And she gets to the end and she says, okay, great, 15 minutes. Now, any questions? And the questions are right here. One question. What is it?
What's on the exam?
What's going to be on the exam? That's the question. And it's not the question most of the time, it's the question actually every time. Because we've trained these people to ask that. That's how they got there. We trained them to ask that question. We're turning our youth into pleasers and appeasers. They're falling behind in developing their own relationship with school and achievement in the big world out there. These people have to take over after us. Now, I'm generalizing. There's lots of people who don't fit this mold. I'm talking about the trends. So we know there are exceptions. Thank God there are exceptions. And we have our minds. We can pay attention to what's going on. But to take a stand against this takes a historical consciousness. You have to be aware of your place in history. Otherwise, history will operate behind your back. You need to be aware that this is unfolding right now. That society is operating behind your back and making it very hard to respectfully stand back when appropriate and give your child space to strive, fail, and pick herself back up again. You do need to protect her, but you don't want to overprotect her. What does she need most from you? There's a clear answer to that one too. And it's not what you might think. We modern parents put a great deal of energy and devotion into our parenting, especially the instrumental parts of parenting. The guiding, the directing, the protecting, the advising, the overseeing, the reminding, the cajoling, the driving, all active, managerial aspects of parenting. But it's not what they need most from us, especially after we've protected them in the vulnerable early years. What they need most from us is for us to pay attention and see them for who they are and validate their experience.